Well, congratulations, America. Congratulations to not just Matthew Marsden. Mm-hmm. I would say you, Logan, but well, you too, but not really because you don't have children yet. But anyone who has children, or I guess you because you're young and stuff.
Or maybe is it you?
Maybe it is you, and maybe I'm happy about it now. The House passed a large defense bill Friday evening that included a provision that would automatically enroll young men between the ages of 18 and 26 for the selective service. Now, previously it was like they had to go through the, signing up. But now they are going to just automatically be selected for the draft. And then you might have thought, oh, well, I have daughters, so I don't have to deal with this. Well, actually, the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee intends to require women to register for the selective service as part of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2025. It is right there on their website. Congratulations, feminists. Yep. You fought for all this equality. You wanted to pretend like men and women were no different. And now they want to send your sons and your daughters to die in endless wars. Thank you so much, third wave feminism. Really appreciate it. But I can make one thing very clear. I don't have daughters. I just have sons. And over my dead body, will they be going to war?
Mama Bear comes out.
You can threaten me with jail time. You'll never find me. I will go so far off the grid. You will never find my children. No, there is no way. With the way that the United States funds both sides of conflict across the globe, you think that you're going to send our children to die in your endless wars so you guys can get richer? Absolutely not.
Are you telling me that you don't want your sons to die for transgenderism in Ukraine?
That is what I'm telling you, in fact. That is what I'm telling you, in fact. At a time, by the way, thank you for bringing up Ukraine. At a time, by the way, where we are told we can't even defend our own border.
Yep.
We can't even defend our own border here in this country. But you want me to talk about sending my son to go die for Ukraine's border? Absolutely not. It's like insane to me that we are having this conversation. And then, of course, that now we're talking about why stop at women? Let's have men, women, transgender men, non-binary, two-spirit. Let's welcome everyone to the armed services because it isn't bad enough already. Yep. that they're just focusing on DEI and everything like that. I mean, we're screwed.
Well, they're talking now. I believe there was a proposal from Democrat Senator Dick Durbin to get some of these illegals into our army because they realize now that historically the U.S. empire brought a lot of their soldiers from the Deep South and people who have families with military records and veterans. And now a lot of these people are realizing that, the government hates me. These generals are like completely unqualified. How many wars have any of these generals ever won? A lot of the times it's zero. The Afghanistan withdrawal was a disaster. Nobody knows what we're doing in Ukraine. We're funding both sides of the Israel-Gaza war. It's just nonsense. And people have woken up and said, I'm not sending I might have fought, but I'm not sending my kids to go do this now. I'm not going to encourage them to see that as like a good lifestyle choice. So they're pretty desperate. I think I think the empire kind of realizes that they've overextended their boundaries here. They have gone to war. I mean, the vaccine mandates, they kicked a ton of soldiers out of the army for not taking this experimental vaccine. It's crazy. They've put these transgender admirals in charge. They've alienated their fighters. Yep. It's like, why? What else? What other reason would you want to do this for other than to destroy the country? And I don't really have a very good.
There's not another option. I mean, there's not another explanation.
No, I mean, look, my experience when I first came to America and I did Black Hawk Down. Yeah. It changed my life. Being around those guys, being around the military, the Army Rangers, just exceptional human beings.
Great movie, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I have. My dad.
It's not in black and white or anything.
One of the first.
It is before his time.
One of the first R-rated movies I remember our family having on VHS tapes. My dad loved Black Hawk Down, so I did actually see it.
Your dad has
on VHS.
Yeah, it was on
you had to get that barb in there.
Are you sure it wasn't like on Super 8 or something?
Super 8, yeah.
No, but I always thought, when my kids grow old, I would grow old enough, I'd love for them to serve in the military, because all the people that I met there were totally squared away, patriots, loved it. There is not a chance on God's green earth that I would ever, ever, ever allow my kids to join the military, and I would go to jail for it. There's no way I'm going to be involved in these bullshit illegal wars that they're doing. It's just not going to happen. Look, and that comes from someone who came to America, loves this country, thought this is, my son said to me when he was 12, I think it was, he goes, Dad, and I never mentioned it to him. He said, Dad, I really want to go to West Point. He came to me and said it, and I was just so happy. Aww. And now all my friends, actually, even though they still love the military academies, are like, there's no way that they would allow their kids to go there.
It's actually a humiliation ritual. It's designed to like disgrace you and tatter your country. And the whole point of this is, going back to what you said, congratulations, feminists, you got what you wanted. And, it'll be interesting to see, but it's just a nation completely inverted from the natural order of things. Mm-hmm. And this is the logical endpoint of what the radical feminists want.
Yeah. I know men will be like, if I complain about that, they're like, oh, well, you asked for it, not me. Not me. Trust me when I tell you I support men to be men. I do not think women should be involved in any of that, and I have never said so. So don't blame me.
Well, you're one of the good ones.
Yeah, I blame the crazy ones with the blue hair. All right. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.